mix for about 14 minutes, something like that. Hey, what's up, Sean? What's up, Armanger, Dennis, Skaterboy, Riding Solo, David? What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining in this morning, Sean. Appreciate the love and support from your channel and your stream this morning, or yesterday morning, as I spent some of my morning on your channel. And thanks for the shout outs, thanks for the happy birthday wishes, thanks for the burger slams. It was a good time. Now, so that was the mixing part. If you have a hook, make sure to clean it right away. Take it straight off as much as you can, and then just real quick hit it with your hand. Concrete trucks are here because they're pouring concrete next door. Let's see, I'm going to set that out of the way for a second. So this dough right here turned out absolutely fantastic. Look at the structure that we have, the elasticity that we have. That's great dough. Okay, so first thing you're gonna do is decide what size of pizzas you want. Okay, this is just a base. You can change this up however you want. You can go more, you can go less. Well, here's what we do. Personal 6 ounces, right there. Medium 12 ounces, right there. And then a large 22 ounces, okay? I've never told anybody that, but here you guys go. So, after doing this for a while, you'll kind of know exactly what a 12-ounce dough feels like if you don't throw it off the thing. That's exactly 12 ounces. That right there is a perfect medium dough for our style of pizza. That does not mean for every style of pizza. Now, when you are balling the dough, this is the most important part of the dough, in my opinion, next to the mixing process. So when you go to ball this, you're gonna grab your hands like this, peel, and you're gonna push. So now I'll show you from this side. You're gonna push, turn, peel with the back of your hands, and you're gonna push like this. Okay, now you're gonna do that a bunch of times fast, and it'll look something like this. So, 12-ounce ball, same thing, just like this. Boom. Ball right here. You're gonna take ounce ball. Hey, Sean, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Love. Okay, right here, I'll show you guys again, and then I'm going to do it fast, okay? Here's what we're working with. Okay? Pull, push. Pull, push. Now, you see that line that we're making? Kind of right there. Kind of right there. You're going to keep doing that, and you push it sideways just a little to where you roll those edges to where there are no sharp square corners. But you see those lines that we pulled in together? Still got our squish, still got our structure, but this needs to rest. There's no way we can make a pizza out of that right now. Okay, now I'll show you guys fast what it looks like to just ball a bunch. So make sure that I get this camera setting perfect in the right spot, right there. Okay, here's what you're gonna do. Set a couple scrap pieces right here, all different sizes. That's a 2, a 1, 1.5, half, and a half, okay? So if this is barely under 12, cut a tiny piece off of there, go ahead and ball my dough. If it's 11, I grab a 1. If it's a 10, I grab a 2. Go like that. That's how we ball our dough. We're gonna set that to the side, let that air out for a minute. If you close it up too soon, it'll gas up. Same thing. This is gonna be 10, so we're gonna grab a 2. This was our 2. Boom, 12 exactly. Put 1 on there. We're half short. Go ahead, add a half right there. Boom, 12. Makes a little short on that one, a little high on that one. So now I just weighed that out at a 14. If I cut this off and it's 12, I know that's a 2. That's exactly what happened. Now, 2, 1, 1. Let's weigh this out. If it's an 11, which it is, grab my 1, boom, make it a 12, that's a dough ball. Okay? Same exact thing. Boom, that's a 13. Cut 1, if it's 12, I know that's a 1. It's a 1.25 actually. But, yeah, you get the point. So now here, I have my half, I have my 1.25. Here's a 13. Cut that down to a 12. This is a 1.5. 1.5, 1.25, half. Cut this down. If it's a 12, I know that's a 1. So I have a 1, a half, a 1.5, a 1.25, and a 1. Now, if you get too many scraps here, you start to lose track of what you have, and that's not good. So what we're going to do here is use up those scraps. So I'm intentionally going to cut a couple smaller pieces instead of going bigger so that I can use some of these scraps. There's a 12. Oh, just over a 12 actually. 12, 11.5. Use this one right here. Boom. That makes it 12. Okay? Then I can ball that one. That helps me keep my efficiency up, helps me keep my speed up, but it also helps me get my exact perfect weights without having to cut multiple little pieces to fit the size that I have. 11, 12. Now, if your dough ball starts to do this, where it's splitting, you want to keep it like this. I'll show you the trick. When you go to stretch this, go tight and then soft on the last pulls. If you go too tight, you rip your ball. If you don't go tight enough, you have air bubbles and you have a sink crust or a sink crust, and then you have a hole in your pizza dough. if it's super hot or dry where you are, make sure to put just a little tiny bit of water right there on the top. Hey, wow, thank you so much, Sean. Thank you so much. Get some memberships, y'all. Don't drop your hook. Ever. Don't ever drop the hook. Let me see here. Turn this that way now. Okay, now we're gonna do a few personals. Okay. Somebody talking about the food code. Somebody said, nothing but a thing. Shouldn't it be standard to take safety food course working with food, especially pizza that's done purely by hand? For instance, that you should remove rings. Okay, well, you should look at the food code because food code clearly states that you can have a plain metal band or silicone band or whatever type of band as long as there's nothing on it that could fall off into food. This gold ring is not gonna fall off into food. I can barely get it off my damn finger, okay? If it does, I promise the person who finds this gold ring is not gonna be upset with their pizza that they paid 15 bucks for. I wish that would happen to my food. Okay, with a personal dough, same exact thing, but it's smaller, so it's harder. So, just smaller. You have to curl your fingers in more and push that dough up inside. Do you guys see where I folded it every time? Also, yes, I am ServSafe certified. I have my manager food safety training in multiple states, and as well as multiple of my managers and multiple of my employees. So, yes, we take food safety very seriously. I can't remember the last time somebody called and said, hey, you made me sick, or you weren't taking food safety seriously. We cook all of our food at 650 degrees for 8 minutes. So, yeah, when using bare hands, there's nothing that's going to survive in that oven for 8 minutes at 650 degrees that is going to be harmful to anybody. If you don't do this frequently and you're doing a bunch of dough balls, I definitely don't recommend you push it down with your fingers. I recommend you push it down with right here on your palms, okay? That's how you make a perfect batch of freaking dough balls, man. So, let me see real quick. So, the main thing is don't let your dough get too hot outside. Use the fridge to help it slow it down. When you're balling it, make sure that you're pulling with the back of your hands and pushing into the inside so that you can really tie in that gluten structure, get that formation, because you're going to be stretching it. You got to think now. Think of in the reverse how we're going to make a pizza. We're going to put our hands inside that and we're going to stretch out. You have to really make sure that you tighten that structure so that when you're stretching and you're throwing that dough, that it doesn't come undone, or that there wasn't a hole or a pocket or something that is going to fail on you. You know what I mean? So that's the biggest thing that you're doing when you're balling the dough. But some key tips is don't let your dough get too dry, don't let your dough get too hot, and don't put your dough away too late. Okay, so be quick with it. The faster you work with dough, the more fun you'll have with it, and the better result you'll have in the end. You want it to rise in the oven and pre-bake instead of, you know, a day or two before you're gonna use it. So if, say, I'm making today's dough for Monday, then you want to make sure that it's not rising today, that it's gonna rise on Monday. Okay, well, it's gonna slowly rise and do its thing and ferment, but when you really get that rise, poof, and you pop that thick fluffy crust on the outside, you want that to happen from the heat of the oven. And if it happens before that, then it doesn't happen in the oven. So there's some advice for you guys this morning. We're gonna end this live. We'll go live again here in about an hour and a half when Jamie gets here. I'm gonna head out to the other store. I got a couple errands I gotta run today. I should be all caught up with shipping orders out and the rest of mystery boxes this coming Monday. And I think that's all for this morning. Thank you guys, and you enjoy your morning. We'll see you on the next live. Peace.